Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's K-E-S-H-W-A-N-I, Keshwani. We are here because we want to learn to read and write Hindi. We are also here because we want to learn to read and write Urdu. We are doing both at the same time. Today is our lesson number 62. Let's begin. Lesson number 62. Let's begin. So here's the very first word. So we have a kaf, that's a k. Then we need she. Oh, we need a sh. Sheen. This letter is called sheen. And I always forget that when you're about to write sh, you cannot extend the line because the sh has to stand out. So that's a sh, kash. Then we need a me. Meem and a choti hai. That's going to give us badi ki matra. And then a ro. And now what it reads in Hindi is Kashmir. And believe it or not, now what it reads in Urdu is also Kashmir. Except in Urdu we have to work on it. We can't just leave it like that. Hindi is done, that's it. But in Urdu, that's the tricky part. We always have to know how to join the letters. So this ka there is going to look like this. Sh is going to be just two loops on that. The ma is going to take this shape. Ya is going to take this shape right here with a loop and a dot, and then this is what we have to. This is what we have to combine. So let's do it. So there's your kaf, then two loops for sh, then a ma, ya, and ra. There we go. And that reads Kashmir. Now I'm going to rewrite it on the top, obviously, but in a little bit of a grown way, the way that you're more likely to see in the normal everyday writing. That is correct, but it looks very childish. There we go. That's Kashmir. Those things that you see there, those are the three dots. Those you see there. Oh, here also I did not actually take the time to make the proper dots here because nobody does. That says Kashmir. Let's do the next one. Let's do the next word. And obviously we don't have to explain what Kashmir is. You and I both know what Kashmir is. It's a source subject. It's a source subject, so we won't go there, obviously. I want your half and you want my half. So let's just leave it alone. Kashmir, the next word is Kashmir ki wadi. Wadi. Do you know what wadi is? Wadi is a valley. So far it says valley of Kashmir. Kashmir ki wadi ke. Kashmir ki wadi ke. Here's the next word. The word is pa. We don't need a pa, we need a pu. Choti ki matra. Pu. And then a ro. Pur. Pur is actually not a word. Pur is a prefix. Pur, as it stands there on the blackboard, is a prefix. If you wanted a word, the word that you and I both know, very common word, you need a aki matra. Pura. Pura means whole. Maine pura khana kha liya. I ate all of the food. मैंने पूरा काम कर लिया. मैंने पूरा काम कर लिया. I finished all the work. Pura, complete. Here, it's not pura, it's pur. Just a prefix. It's not a word by itself, it's just a prefix. Something is going to follow after it. So let's take a couple of examples of where pur will function as a prefix. Here's the first one, a word that we learned long time ago when we were learning u ki matra. Here's the word. Su. Choti u ki matra. Then a ku with the badi u ki matra. And then a noon. Noun. When you put them together, it's going to look like this. Again, if you like, you can make 2 loops and then 1 more loop to join the kaf. Su, ku, no. Pursukun. That's how it reads. Pursukun. Sukun means peace, calm, tranquility. Pursukun means to be full of peace, full of calmness, full of tranquility. Pursukun. There you go. Now purs functions as a prefix. Pursukun. Here's another one. Again, the sukun, the way we wrote is fine, but we could have also written it like this. Instead of taking our time to make 2 tiny loops for sin and 1 more loop to join the kaf, we just make 1 long one, like you see here. And they're both the same. Here's another one. Instead of pursukun, we could have had, let's put down nu, badi u ki matra, nu, and then a row. Purnur. You know what purnur means? Nur is a light. Nur is a light, but usually the word nur is used in the light in the sense of spiritual, in the sense, and it has a connotation of spirituality. It does mean light or source of light, but it has a connotation of spirituality. Purnur means luminous. In this thing, to finish what we're writing here, we don't need pursukun, we don't need purnur. The word actually we're looking for is this. A word which is not very common at all. Here's the word. So we have a kaf, ka. We don't need a ka, we need a k. So we need badiye. So now it makes it a eki matra, choti eki matra. We don't need a choti eki matra, we need a badi eki matra. So put a zabar on it. Now it gives us a badi eki matra. And then we have a fe. Fe is letter F. F. Right there. To remind ourselves that we're not dealing with pH, pH would simply be this part, which is written in Urdu as P and H. That's pH. We're not dealing with pH. The spelling of the word that we're looking for calls for letter F, not pH. Letter F in Urdu, exact equivalent of F is a letter called Fe. This is pH. And for pH, we do not have a letter. We do not have a letter in Urdu, so we write pH just like we do in English with a pa and a her together. But this is the Hindi fe. This is a fe, the fa rather, and this is a fa. But this fa represents the letter F. And now we reach purkef. Purkef. Let's put them together. So as you and I both know, whenever choti ye or badi ye appears in the middle of the word, it takes this shape. All we have to do is put them together. Purkef. Now, notice how I put the zabar on the side a little bit. Be careful because you can't write it like this. That's a different word. As a matter of fact, it's not a word at all. Now it says gave. That's a go. There is no such word. So we cannot put the 2 lines on top of each other. It has to be a little bit at a different angle, so that the eyes can immediately see that it's zabar for a kaf and it's not a gaf. It's not a gaf, it's not a ga, it's a ka with a zabar. Purkef. Do you know what kef means? Kef means ecstasy. Ecstasy. E-C-S-T-A-S-Y. Ecstasy. It means exhilaration. Full of exhilaration, full of ecstasy. It can also mean intoxication. And now we need purkef. Purkef means full of ecstasy, full of exhilaration, because it was so beautiful, it was so grand, whatever it is that we're talking about here. Kashmir ki wadi ke purkef, well, something in the valley of Kashmir was full of ecstasy. The next word will tell you what it is that we're looking for. And the word is no. Then we need a za. Oh, we don't need this za. We have to be very careful. We have 4 zas, as you know. This is called the al zal. This is called zal. This one that I just wrote here comes after letter re, ze. This is called ze. This is called zoad. It comes after swad. And this is called zoin, which comes after toin. Zuad. Zuad is what we need here. The correct spelling of the word that we have to write requires Zuad. I misspelled it. It's this one that we need. And then to which we're going to add the alif to make a za, na, za. But see, in Hindi you don't have to worry about any of that nonsense because you only have one za. You're done. Na, za, and then ra. Which is, in Urdu spelling calls for re and not an alif, even though it ends with the aki matra and is pronounced as aki matra in Urdu. But for some strange and inexplicable reason, it takes a ha. So there are a couple of quirks in the spelling of Nazara. First, you have to know which za to use, which is zoin. And second, you have to realize that even though it says Nazara, it ends with a ha. We have to put them together. Let's put them together here. No, za, ra. There you go. Nazara. That's how it looks like when it's put together. So what happens is to join the alif with the za, to put the zoin, to join the alif, what you do is you simply extend it. This is your za, and you just extend it. That's your alif. That's what you see there. Nazara. Do you know what Nazara means? Nazara means scenery. Nazara means scenery. Except this particular line that we are writing calls for plural, not Nazara but Nazare. Nazare. Na, za, re. I'm gonna, let's just leave it here. No, za, re. There you go. And now what it reads is, Kashmir ki wadi ke purkef nazare. Nazare means scenery. The exhilarating, full of ecstasy, the scenes, exhilarating scenery of the valley of Kashmir. That's what it says. Exhilarating scenes of the valley of Kashmir. Or as we call it, Kashmir. Let's look at the next line. Next line, the very first word in the next line is also a vocabulary word. Let's learn it together. We have a la, then we have a meme, then we have a ha. Ha, eki matra. But again, as soon as we say ha, we have to pause here and we have to ask ourselves which ha do I use for it to be a correct spelling. There are 4 ha's. And here it requires the very first one, which is known as badi hai. The top one is called badi hai. These two, second and third, are called choti hai. And this one has a specific name. It's called do chashmi hai. We have talked about it many times. Do chashmi hai is only used to combine b with an h, t with an h, ch with an h, to convert ch into a ch, to convert b into a b, to convert th into a th. That's when we use that h. We have a specific h for that purpose, and that's called do chashmi hai. Here we need badi hai. Lam, ha. Oh, sorry, that's not a ha. I don't know what that is. Lam, ha, and then a t. Lamhad. Do you know what lamhad means? Lamhad means moments. Moments. Times. What else can we say for lamhat? That's what it is. The singular is lamha. Lamha is one moment. Lamha. Lamhat is moments, time, period. I did a very good job of writing a period. Let's put them together, shall we? So the first thing that's going to happen is that this ma is not going to take its full form. It's going to take this form. Ha is not going to take a full form. It's going to take that form right here. And we have to combine everything together. So let's do that. La, ma, ha, and th. I'm going to rewrite it. L, M, ha, and th. And that reads lamhat, moments, period, times. We could have also written like this. L, M, and then lift your hand and make a ha separately. That's also fine. But that's more of a childish handwriting. As you can see, written in this manner does not require one to lift one's hand. One can continue the journey from here. Once you finish the ma, you just go up and then continue the ha. Lamhat. Lamhat. The next word we don't have to discuss too much because we have written it many times, so we know it how to write it. The word is muhabbat. Muhabbat. Mo, ho, so the first ba is going to be half a ba because first time the ba is pronounced with the ha is muhab, hab. Since they're pronounced together, it takes half a ba, muhab, and then bat. So we write another ba, but this time it's a full ba and a ta. So what do we do in Urdu? Well, in Urdu, we don't write the letters twice as you do in Hindi. That's not what we do. What we do is we write the letter just once. We just write the letter once. And we put a special symbol on it, which looks exactly like a W. Which looks exactly like a W. It's called tashdid. The symbol is called tashdid. And obviously we have learned it. I don't know what day it was, but we spent quite a bit of time on it. I believe we spent 2 days on the concept of tashdid. Words like abba, pakka, dabba. There are many words where the letters are repeated. We use tashdid. Tashdid tells the reader that this letter, ba, is to be pronounced first time jointly with the preceding letter. So it becomes hab. And then second time around by itself. Hab. But, muhabbat, muhabbat. Let's put them together. So meme is going to take this form to which we're going to join the ha. Here's your ba, then a ta. The ba is going to require tashdid and a ta. And don't forget the u ki matra for ma. Lamhat muhabbat, that's what it reads so far. Lamhat muhabbat ke. The next letter is jahan, ja, and then ha and alif. So far what is written here, it says jaha. We don't need jaha, we need jahan. Jahan requires nasalized n sound at the end, and we do that in Hindi by putting a dot on top of it. So now it no longer reads jaha, it reads jahan. And in Urdu, we would what is known as nungunna. And we have done this also, we have learned this also. Nungunna serves the same purpose as this dot does in Hindi. Sometimes I have seen it simply as a dot, and sometimes I have seen it with half a moon. I don't know which one is correct, so I just go back and forth, and I don't know if it actually makes a difference, but they both are the same thing, jahan. Let's put it together. So there is your jim, ha and alif, and then a nun guna, jahan. There you go. Jahan means where? Jahan. Lamhat muhabbat ke jahan. Hum ne. Now this ne that I wrote, technically it is noon and a badiye. So technically it should have looked like this. You need a loop for the noon and then the badiye. It should look like this. But most of the time people don't do that. Most of the time people don't write it like that. As a matter of fact, written this way looks actually very awkward to the eyes. So instead of putting a loop, you just put a line, straight line like that. Jahan humne go, we don't need a ga, we need a gu, u ki matra, छोटी यू की मात्रा गु जा and then re and बड़ी है that gives us a की मात्रा छोटी a की मात्रा गुजारे. So the whole thing now reads लम्हात मोहब्बत के जहाँ हमने गुजारे. The place where we spend our times, the place where we spend our times, our moments, our period of love together. लम्हात मोहब्बत के जहाँ हमने गुजारे, where we spend our time of expressing our love for each other. And that place, of course, was, where was it? It was in the Kashmir, in the valley of Kashmir, overlooking the exhilarating scenes of the Kashmir Valley. कश्मीर की वादी के पुरकेफ नज़ारे, लम्हात मोहब्बत के जहाँ हमने गुजारे. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye now.